I'm super excited to showcase this. I was able to get the entire Wave 2 of the Marvel Legends series Deadpool and Wolverine figures, Wave 2 of the figures from that movie. I was able to get this at Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure at the Disneyland Resort here in Anaheim, and I was not expecting to see these in the store till later. But the thing is, at Avengers Campus and some of the other places at the Disneyland Resort, they seem to get the early hookup when it comes to getting your Marvel Legends series or any kind of Marvel figures at their stores, whether it be in California Adventure or downtown Disney. These I was able to get at the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout store when you exit that ride. And when I saw all these in one go, I was like, wow, I just had to pick them up. And then I stopped by the Avengers Reserve at downtown Disney, and they had all these guys as well. So if you want to get these initially, whether they're still out there, you can grab all of these figures there, because at least at my local Walmart or Target, they're pretty bad when it comes to getting, figures in terms of reliable shipments, especially a big wave like this, which a lot of people were looking forward to. But yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine's been out for a couple years now, and it had its initial wave of figures. It was really just Deadpool and Wolverine. The thing with some of these guys, had these figures been released at the time the movie came out, or God forbid, even just a little bit before, a few of these guys would have been major spoilers. So it made sense why they had to delay the release of those guys until after, a couple years now later, where spoilers are not really a concern for Deadpool and Wolverine at this point. We go around the room and see the 6 figures that we have. We have sleeveless battle damaged Wolverine, which was definitely needed after the clean version that we got initially. We've got Blade, which would have been a pretty big spoiler had they released this guy with the initial wave. Brown suit Wolverine would have been a big spoiler because we didn't really know we were going to see a variant of Wolverine in the classic yellow and brown suit. Very cool. X-23, which would have been a spoiler, although they did reveal her in a very kind of last-minute trailer at the end, so it wasn't at least a surprise for me in the when she popped up in the movie. But for most people, or a decent amount of people, would have been a pretty decent spoiler right there that weren't expecting her. Cowboypool, which I'm not sure how much of a spoiler that would have been. I think there were rumors of the Deadpool corpse appearing in that movie. But regardless, pretty cool to have another variant of Deadpool, the Cowboypool, who was voiced by Matthew McConaughey in that movie. And we have Cassandra Nova, the film's main antagonist. I don't think this one would have been a big spoiler. I think they showcased her a little bit in some of the trailers. Wasn't a big part of the marketing because obviously they're focused on Deadpool and Wolverine. But for the most part, this would have been, they could have released this at the time. So we have the 6 figures from Wave 2 of Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine. The only one that I actually was not able to get in the Wave 2, at least from what I've seen, is that Wave 2 also features another Deadpool figure that comes with a whole bunch of accessories. It comes with the Wolverine skeleton, it comes with Dogpool, it comes with the gold handguns that he has his normal katanas, and some other thing, and it's more expensive than your typical, kind of Marvel Legends figure on the scale of these ones. All of these ones were standard Marvel Legends price, but thankfully I get a bit of a decent discount at the Disneyland Resort, so it definitely made it worthwhile buying these over at the Disneyland Resort as opposed to paying the full mega almost $30 price tag that they would pay at a Walmart, Target, or anywhere else like that. So the order that I have these guys in is actually the order that you see them on the box display. Take this guy, where you see Battle Damage Wolverine, Blade, Brown Suit Wolverine, X-23, Cowboypool, and Cassandra Nova. Not sure why they have those guys in that order, but that's how I wanted to display them. So yeah, super excited to showcase these guys off, and we're going to start to take a look by looking at one of them in this video right now. Here we're going to be taking a look at Cowboypool. Now, admittedly, had you asked me what characters from Deadpool and Wolverine I would have wanted Marvel Legends of, I probably would have gotten to at least 10 characters before I got to Cowboypool. I mean, just from the Deadpool corpse alone, I would have wanted a Lady Pool or a Nice Pool before Cowboypool. Regardless, it's actually fun that they gave us a sort of outside the box kind of choice, and one that still looks like a cool looking figure. With Cowboypool, they probably could have released this with the initial Wave 1 of Deadpool and Wolverine figures, because unlike some of the other ones like Blade and X-23 or Brown Suit Wolverine, I don't think this would have been a major spoiler had they had this figure out, as they already had promotions and some stuff for Ladypool, and there was a Headpool figure that came with one of the Marvel Legends Wolverine figures from Deadpool and Wolverine. Regardless, here we finally have Cowboypool that they gave us. You see, he lives up to his name in terms of being a cowboy-style old Western Deadpool, a Deadpool variant that we saw for a little bit at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, voiced by Matthew McConaughey for his few lines. You see, got this basic cowboy Deadpool kind of look. It's got a lot of hands, you know, some regular hands, some hands where he's making like a peace sign. In his hands right here, he actually has on the figure right now his trigger hands for his two Western style pistols, two regular pistols, and then the same kind of pistol, but it's got this interesting kind of shield force thing kind of look. I remember seeing that when they had the figure reveal. I'm like, I don't remember him using that in the movie. I guess he didn't really have that much screen time to show it off, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, it's a nice looking figure just from the aesthetics and everything about it. See on the side, like the other Wave 2 Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine figures, great image of the actual figure itself on the side, Cowboypool. And then his description: a rootin' tootin' Deadpool variant, Cowboypool, works for Cassandra Nova and makes sure the boss lady doesn't get any disturbances as she tries to destroy the heck out of every timeline with the whole ending scenario of Deadpool and Wolverine. So you see the other Wave 2 Marvel Legends figures, all of these ones I have got Cowboypool and the rest of them. Again, these ones right here, Blade, Brown Suit Wolverine, X-23, those would have been major spoilers. But I think they could have actually released some of these other ones like Sleeveless Wolverine, Cowboypool himself, and Cassandra Nova in the initial Wave 1, and it wouldn't have been that much or any kind of spoiler, really. So we have him. Let's go ahead and open him up. Take up the tape right here. Give it a little slit. There we go. Here we have Cowboypool. Get him out of his plastic covering. You see, there wasn't any extra accessories that I missed. Got everything in there. I didn't even know. You can't really notice in the packaging, but it's great just styling on these Western style cowboy boots. That looks really, really good. So gave this figure some nice aesthetics from the look of it. Get these arms out. Like that. And wiggle his cowboy hat out. I wonder if the hat can actually come off. Here we have Cowboypool out of the packaging. Can this hat come off? No, it cannot. So the hat is stuck on there, but that's fine. You got Cowboypool. You definitely want to keep him with his whole hat look going on. But yeah, aesthetically, the figure looks great and living up to that Cowboypool name. Again, you cannot, if the hat does come off, it doesn't come off easily, but it looks great. Got your regular kind of Deadpool head sculpt and mask kind of look, just with the cowboy hat. He's got his handkerchief he's got around him, where I'm wondering if it kind of hinders it does kind of hinder his head articulation a little bit. It can't quite go all the way up and down. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't affect it that much. Well, yeah, it does affect it kind of going down, but he wouldn't be able to go down that much anyway. So kind of standard. Basically, we'll compare it to the other Deadpool figure, but basically the same from what you would get from that other one. You see, it's great in terms of kind of his cowboy. It's kind of like a vest kind of thing he's got going on right there. These arms, I'm assuming these are just identical to the other Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine figure. They look pretty much exactly the same kind of size. His hands do look a little on the small side though. It's kind of tiny hands. It probably could have made that, and to be honest, maybe the arm's a little bit bigger. It's kind of weirdly proportioned. Maybe it's just me. But the better detail is down here where they have all of these fresh accessories that they couldn't recycle from the other Deadpool figures. He's got his nice Western style brown belt, got a belt for ammo, the belt around his torso, but then you have these great kind of pieces, lower pieces right here for where you can have his holsters right here. So it's got perfect weapon storage. And then these boots, the legs, where it's kind of the Deadpool style, although this coloring is more reminiscent of the original Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, the suit he wore in the Fox films, kind of that kind of coloring. But obviously once you get down here, that's when you get the real difference when it comes to these boots. These boots look fantastic. Look at those. These look amazing. So good. Even got the nice little spur, 2 spurs on the back to give him that authentic cowboy kind of look. So that looks really good. I like that. So overall, this thing is very good when it comes to the basic kind of look and everything like that. I'm trying to think of that, anything I'm missing. I mean, articulation is kind of standard. We already went some of the stuff on the head, his elbows, the knees, got your joints, double jointed. You can just get this one to go down. And like so, just got great bend. All of these figures, they have really really stiff double joints, but it's really stiff as far as getting it to actually bend. So there you go. So he's got that. So yeah, it's not a bad looking figure, just from the basic aesthetics and what you would want from a Cowboypool Marvel Legends figure. So we'll get to the accessories. See, he's got all these extra hands when it comes to one. He's got 2 kind of fist kind of hands, and then these regular open kind of hands, one where it's almost like a peace sign. Because right now he's got his trigger hands out. So let's utilize these hands for now so we can get his basic pistols in. And we'll check out this extra pistol right here because I'm kind of curious how that works. So we'll take this out. Sometimes the tape on these is really annoying to get out. But this one doesn't seem too bad. There we go. And dropped one. Where'd it go? Oh, where is it? I just dropped it on the goddamn ground. It's somewhere around here. Well,
a few minutes later.
And a stupid gun fell on my camera strap, so I was able to find it, thankfully. So we got both pistols to try that kind of look. So I already got his trigger hands in, so you just slide them right in. Hopefully it's a good fit. Ooh, uh-oh. No, it's not. Not a great fit for these ones. At least initially, it's pretty stiff. You probably need to kind of open up his extra fingers right here to get that in. There you go. And then at least you know, because it is on the smaller side, it can hold pretty well. So there you have him with his old style gun, and that does look great with that whole kind of look going on. That looks amazing. So it's pretty cool once he's got that kind of look going. Even better when he can have his second gun going. Although maybe we should try. So you obviously can have an extra. You got this holster right here. So we'll put him with his put this in the holster for now, because to save time. There we go. Great kind of look right there. We'll try to see about this other gun and how this works. The one that's around this whole force field kind of thing. See if it's just like one piece, or can the gun actually come out? Because you see it like this, and this, like it's actually the gun is around this silver force field kind of thing. So I'm wondering how exactly you're supposed to put this on, because it's not like he can just hold. So maybe you have to use one of the other hands, maybe, because I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get this other kind of gun. How the hell you're supposed to get this gun? He can't hold it like normal. I'm looking at these other hands and to see how you would be supposed to do that, but it doesn't seem super obvious right now. So I guess for now, let's just try this kind of look and give him this whole thing going. So again, to get it properly in initially, you got to stretch out the hand a little bit. There we go. Get that in there. And then, oh man, that looks great. That just adds to the look 1,000% in terms of the cool factor. I mean, you don't even need that other weird force field type looking thing, just because this right here, oh, this looks so good as far as, you know, as classic old man Clint Eastwood kind of look. Just with the hat, the guns, that just looks really, really cool with how that's done. Get him some good poses, even can do it where he's like about to take the gun out of the holster, just have to elbow. Get this like this, and yeah, you got some really good, really badass poses you can give this guy. I mean, that looks just fantastic. So I was hella confused still on what the hell to do with this piece, how to get it in, how to display him with it. So I will go back and look at a picture of Cowboypool and see how it's displayed. And you see that with this hand, it's like he's got that peace sign hand that he's moving. This one, I guess, right here. And then it's kind of like, I guess this is supposed to replicate him doing a gunslinger spinner type of motion. So that's how that works. So that's interesting. I thought it was supposed to be like a force field kind of thing. I guess not. So let's go ahead and try with that hand, see if we can get that to work, replicate that look. Interesting decision. Like I said, I thought initially from the promotions, just taking a look at it, I thought it was supposed to be like a force field or something, but it's supposed to be like a gunslinger doing that kind of gun spin before they put it in their holster. So he can replicate that thing. Like, well, he's got one of the hands to do that, his right hand. This other hand, it doesn't. It's just kind of an open hand, so it doesn't quite have that whole thing going for it. So we need to take out this hand. And like the other Marvel Legends Deadpool, for some reason, this black collar piece is like it's a separate piece. So when you pull this out, it'll come, the black collar piece will come loose. And make sure you hold on to it and don't go flying everywhere, because you'll see that you take this hand out and yeah, it's like that. I don't know why they do it like that for the Deadpool figure. Thankfully the Wolverine ones are not like that. Just stick the hand in, get a little more in like that. Okay, so now you take this piece, and this is supposed to, ooh, I might need to look at the picture again. How's this supposed to go? Like this? Oh no, probably this way. So I guess it's on the inside. Let me double check to see if that's correct. Yeah, it's on the inside where he's doing that whole kind of motion. So again, it's supposed to be like a gunslinger spinning his gun kind of thing. Let's take a look and see that. So yeah, that's how that's supposed to be. And I guess you can really kind of spin it, because you see how it's going like this and get that whole kind of spinning thing going. That's an interesting gimmick. Oops, sorry. Put it in there. And it can spin a little bit, I guess. I mean, it's an interesting little gimmick, but I don't know. I feel like displaying him, I would just want him with his, oh boy. I would just want him with the regular gun. I just think that's better, so. I guess they try to give him some kind of extra type gimmick, but I don't think that's all that worth it or good, to be honest. Initially, I thought it was cool from the picture. I thought it was supposed to be like a force field or something, but I think this guy just looks just fine, just with this look going. So that's a lot better if you ask me. Get him in full cowboy type motion, and yeah, just giving him the basic look, basic guns. I think that just works. I think that just works better. That other spinning gimmick doesn't quite do it for me. Points for trying, but I think just the simple thing is a lot better for this guy. For size comparisons, naturally you want to bring out regular Deadpool in his TVA suit he got from Deadpool and Wolverine. These guys, the size is just exactly the same pretty much. The head sculpt, it doesn't look like it's the exact same one. This one's it's a little bit different. Same basic kind of look, but the sculpt's just a bit different. In some ways, I think I actually prefer this sculpt on this guy. I think I like the rounder head maybe a little bit more, but who knows? Maybe that's not completely accurate. This guy looks good too, so both of them fine. And being two Deadpools, their size is just about the same. Got another Deadpool to show off, him next to the same Deadpool, the same as this Deadpool, just in his original Fox suit. You see the Fox suit was definitely a bit darker in color before he got the MCU treatment. You showcase, again, Fox suit, and then this is the MCU suit right here. So this one definitely a lot lighter, and the cowboy suit color is definitely more reminiscent of the MCU color that we saw in the same movie. And then have him next to, with this guy to the side, Wolverine, sleeveless Wolverine from Wave 2. So these two to replicate some of the action we saw during the street fight at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, and these two scale nicely together like so. Have the Deadpools together again, because for one more Deadpool, I have Headpool that came with the regular clothes Logan from the bar scene from Deadpool and Wolverine. So there's your members. There are your Deadpools right there. They still need to give me some other Marvel Legends for Deadpool. Definitely want to have a Lady Pool figure. That's a must-have. You could have Lady Pool that comes with Baby Pool. I guess that would be a good 1-2 right there. There's another Marvel Legends for Deadpool and Wolverine in this Wave 2 that comes. It's a Deadpool and it has Dogpool, so that would be another fun one to have for your Deadpool display right there. And also a Nice Pool. They need to do one for those too. And I think once they do those are the main Deadpools that I would want to see to complete this whole collection going for right here. But this guy naturally scales and looks great with these other figures right here. As I stated, a Cowboypool definitely would not have been one of my top choices for a Marvel Legends Wolverine figure. He would have been at least third place amongst the Deadpool Corps members. But this figure, I mean, I guess they chose to do a figure on this one for a reason, because it just looks great as far as, you know, just the look, the fun factor behind it. Looks great with the whole Western style, and once he's got the guns and pistols going, it looks great. Major disappointment I had was this kind of gimmick they gave him. Again, it's supposed to be kind of I'm guessing a twirling gunslinger type motion once you put it into your pistol, but just kind of gets in the way, and I just think you can have more fun and better poses with this whole look going, just his regular pistols. I mean, sometimes the simpler option is the better one as far as that, but the color looks great, it's fun, it's great to pose, aesthetics are awesome. They did a great job bringing this guy to life, and yeah, it shows a fun factor of if you can choose, even though it's unorthodox, you choose the right figure to do, and you can have the real winner. So even though it's not like the tough part is that it's not a top priority as far as, you know, in the hierarchy of Deadpool and Wolverine characters, but if you can get this guy, I definitely don't think you'll be disappointed. I think he's a lot of fun. So that'll do it for this review of Deadpool and Wolverine Cowboypool Marvel Legends Series Wave 2. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching.